So I'm late. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm going to try and make the lighting a little better in here. I feel like this is so bright, but I have my grow lights here. I need to put a darker thing over top. It's making the vibe wrong. Don't worry, we will be looking at those seedlings. But before we look at those seedlings, let's not have the bright light screw everything up in the room. Hi guys, good morning. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Let me see, I think this will do it. That should be good. That should darken it a little bit, right? Yeah, now we've got a little bit better, maybe. Oops, sorry. All right, so happy Monday. It is Monday, April 21st. Time. I have so much garden stuff to show you, so I thought we could just jump on into that because my garden is like coming back to life all at once. It's very exciting. It's all happening here, folks. So I took a few photos this morning of what it looks like outside. It's above 0 all the time now. It's not above 10 yet at night. We need for it to be above 10 degrees Celsius overnight before my baby plants that are in here can stay outside. So these still have a few more weeks left to be indoor plants before I move them out and plant them in the garden. But all of my perennials are coming up, and I did like my soil revamping and sort of moved my pots around the backyard in a way that I want them configured this year. And I took a bunch of photos of it so you can see, and so I can kind of talk you through what my vibe for it is. Oh look, Peekaboo's here with us. Where's Rohan? He's not here, but Peekaboo's here. Hello, Peekaboo. Just sitting under the bird cage on the clean floor. The birds haven't made a mess yet this morning. Okay, yeah, let me jump into the Discord. There we go. Okay, and I think that's cool. Okay, so let me show you here. First of all, oh, by the way, good morning, Louisa, and good morning, Candy. Can't stay for long, but wanted to like and show some garden pictures of my own. Got my first nasturtium flower. That's awesome. Nasturtiums are like my favorite summer flower, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to make this. Oh, I can just do this. Never mind. I'm so tired this morning. I don't know what happened, but Alex and I went to bed last night late. We watched like a few episodes of something, and I woke up this morning feeling like a zombie. We also had a bunch of family time this weekend, so just overall it's like a hangover from this weekend. Okay, so this is, first of all, you can see our garbage pile in the backyard. That is everything I've collected that is either broken or not going to be used again. And it also includes some like sticks and soil bag plastic. It's just like junk that needs to get all put into one garbage bag. And I don't have one of the tough ones right now. So it's just been sitting in a pile in my backyard. But that's going to be cleaned up today because it's garbage night, so that's gonna be gone. But you can see in this picture I have a bunch of trellises now all stuck up in my garden. My backyard is, I don't know, maybe 30 feet by 30 feet, and it's all concrete. It's like there is no direct access to the dirt, so everything in my garden has to be done in a pot. And I feel like this year I wanted to have a little bit of a different shape than last year. Last year I just filled it as much as I could. So I just had as many pots as I could in the brightest light that I could have it. But this year, if you see on our trellis, there's no roof anymore. So there used to be a roof covering all this. So all that back area would all be in like total darkness for most of the day, like not enough light for anything except for maybe a specific kind of forest fern, or like my wild violets did okay, but not even that far back, just like under the canopy. But now that there's no roof, we get kind of a dappled sunlight for most of the day. You can see like when the sun is coming in at like this angle, we wouldn't have light because the beams would line up in such a way to create shade. And same thing. So basically sunrise and sunset will be totally in shade, but otherwise when the sun is at any other point in the sky, it's going to be beaming down in that area of the backyard. So I can put plants there this year, all that to say. I can put plants there this year, and hey ma'am, get out of there. That's my plants. Sorry, the cat is... Get out. This is not a cat area. My baby plants cannot handle that. Okay, yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, this year we can have plants further back. So I have like a little U shape around this cozy area of our backyard. The other half where you can't see on the right hand side of this picture is like where our garage starts, and that whole half of the backyard is like Alex's working area. So like when he does stuff on the car, that's where his tools go. So I can't make the whole backyard a garden because there needs to be like some utility area. So that's the utility area, but I get half of the gazebo shape. So I put in a carpet there. It's like an indoor outdoor carpet. And then I put plants around 3 sides, and then a hammock in the back. And there's also a little fairy garden in there where I put like some stones and a couple of toadstools and a little garden ornament. But that's going to be like the cozy area. You can see there's also a table and chair set there. That's going to be where we like hang out. And then the garden will be like for walking around in. That's like my plan, because this front area is in direct sunlight. It's way too hot in the summer to sit out there. But I think there will be enough shade here. If not, maybe I'll get a shade cloth and just cover a couple of the beams just so that we can have like a little bit of direct shade to sit under. But I think it's going to be pretty perfect. I mean, our backyard is like run down because it's a 100-year-old house, but still we're going to make do, and we're going to have a beautiful concrete jungle garden this year. And I'm going to have 1 million flowers. Like literally there's going to be hundreds of varieties of flowers. So over the summer, we're going to have thousands of flowers coming out of that garden. I think that by planting over 100 varieties of flowers, I'm guaranteed at least 100 flowers, and that would be amazing. So let's just put more and more seeds in the ground and more seeds in seed trays, and then be completely overloaded with flowers. So this is a sedum that I got last year. It turned silver, like it looks gray. It looks like it's a succulent, like a cactus by the end of the season. The leaves, you see how they're like ruffled and round? By the end of the season, they're like smooth and round. So they kind of look like a jade, or like something between a jade and a eucalyptus by the end of summer, even though they look like this right now. So I'm excited to see that happen again, because this is just the new growth on something I got last year, and I only had it as an adult. It was so pretty. Also in this pot, I have wild violets. I don't know what color. All of the little seedlings that are like tightly packed around the wild violets are wild violet seedlings. I could transplant them, but they like living in clumps. So I'm just going to let them reproduce how they want to for now. And then maybe at the end of this year, I'll move the clump into another pot if I want to. Also in this picture, I have chamomile. You can see there's like five little seedlings there of chamomile, and those were self-seeded. I didn't plant chamomile. I don't even think I planted chamomile last year. So this is a 2-year ago thing that just happened. I know I had chamomile last year, but I don't think I planted it. So this is now a recurring plant in my pot garden, which is amazing, because like you think of things that become like self-seeded and perennial in a backyard that has dirt. Good morning, Melanie. Happy Easter to you too. I hope all of you guys had a happy Easter. I definitely did. We went and what did we do? We went to the farm and we did an egg hunt with Alistair. It was very cute. Yeah. I had to think about it. I'm like, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And I got and also Elizabeth, obviously. Okay, so happy Easter to you as well. So along with the chamomile, the sedum, and the wild violets, there's also something up here. I think it's horehound, which is an ingredient in like cough drops. I think it's horehound. But we'll find out. If it's a weed, I'll pull it out. But I don't think it is. I think it's horehound. I thought this was my peony, but it turns out it is a bleeding heart. I found like 4 of them in my garden. So I know I harvested some from my friend's house when she moved. And I had my own plant. And then last fall, there was a crack in our backyard to front yard area, like where a gate was, and there was what looked like a bleeding heart coming out of it, and I pulled the root from like between the cracks of 2 cement things. So I think it was a bleeding heart after all, because it looks like that's what's coming up. Catholics are having a hard one. The Pope passed this morning, Europe's time. Oh, Pope Francis, that's who that is right now. Sorry, it's Francis, right? Well, that sucks. Hold on a sec. So, sorry to my Catholic viewers. That sucks. Sorry, I'm also just I want to adjust this. I feel like it looks so much darker than it is, and it's bothering me. I'm Catholic and I'm just hearing this now. I think I saw a lot of videos with the thumbnail being the Pope, but I didn't even, it was not on my radar. Sorry, whoa, that is not what I meant to do. What just happened? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, let's go back to defaults. Yes. Ugh. Okay. I just feel like the colors look so not natural. It's weirding me out. Sorry. Rest in peace, Pope Francis. He was such a good pope. The first one to formally apologize for the actions of the church. Wow, I didn't realize that. You're right. He did, didn't he? Do you want to do a little deep dive on him? And by deep dive, I mean shallow dip. I don't really want to do a deep dive, but let's just be a little bit informed, huh? What did he do? He was 88. Passed away. Sorry, I am not in the mood to read right now. He was definitely different. I hope he made a step in the change for good. We'll see with the next one. He worked as a bouncer at one point. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I hope they make a good choice for the next one as well. But yeah, that's for the Catholics in our world. That sucks. I was like Catholic. I grew up Catholic, and I remember being like sad when Pope John Paul II died. So I'm sure it hits people hard. Alright, I don't know how to transition out. So let's just jump back into garden talk. Don't you think? Nope, not that one. This one. What is it, Pika? You're in here with me. It's okay. Rohan's not even out here. Yes, I remember when Francis went in. Lol, sorry. That's okay. Yes, garden. Okay, so back to the garden. This is a bleeding heart. I think there's horehound and bee balm in here as well. The little baby seedlings are among other possibilities. Chamomile, I see for sure. I think a firecracker vine. I think more bee balm, and I think either coleus or basil. Down at the bottom here, there's a little seedling that's just got 2 leaves, and it's kind of a darker bluey or green. I feel like that one could be either coleus or basil, but I don't know. So this pot has been attacked by squirrels lots of times. When I say attacked, I'm over-exaggerating. This pot has been dug in by squirrels. So I have this thing that's for when you're doing canning. And hello, Peekaboo. How you doing? You feel a little stressed? You don't know where Rohan went? He's around. He'll come find you. Anyway, those squirrels keep coming back to this pot. I don't know why. It does have my tulips and daffodils, so maybe there's something yummy in there as well. Or maybe they're just burying peanuts in it. I don't know. I just always find it dug up. So I put this cage thing on it. It's meant for when you're doing canning. Look at this. Look at this fat kitty. Hi, baby. You're so smoky, girl. Isn't she the prettiest gray? You're so pretty. And I brushed her all out yesterday, so she looks like way less fat. She's a big girl. But she's just a baby. She's just a sweet baby. Okay. Look at her. Come on, look at this face. She's just got the roundest little kitty cat face. Look at her cheeks. She's so tolerant and polite. You're such a nice kitty. She's so shy when people come here. My dad has never seen her. My dad comes whenever we go away. My dad comes to feed her in the morning and at night, and Rohan and the birds. He comes and does like the pet chores in the morning. And he said he's never seen her. And we've gone, like, he's probably done it maybe 10, 12 times now, and he's never seen Peekaboo. She literally hides so good, and she's so scared of people. But with us, she lets me, like, lift her head and, like, touch her paws, and she's so gentle and so sweet and so, like, friendly. But my dad has never seen her, and the only other person who's ever seen her be nice is Cassia. Oh, shoot. The only person who's ever seen her otherwise is one of my friends who watched her. Shout out. The sun is finally hot, and I'm so ready. Trout season opened this weekend. What does trout taste like? My sister made trout last weekend, and she said it was like pink like I don't think I've ever had trout, is what I'm realizing. That it looks like salmon, but it has like the softness of tilapia, but it's not. It's like salmon if salmon wasn't fatty. That's how it was described to me. Is that correct? How would you describe the taste of trout? And also, do you fish for trout and like collect enough to have food? That's awesome. Okay, here's your last enjoyment of Peekaboo. I'm gonna go back to showing you garden pictures, okay? Yes, slim salmon. Okay, yeah, it's a white fish, but I don't eat anything I catch. Oh, it's just for funsies. Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, I do also think it's cool cool if you did do it for eating it, because I don't know, I want to. I haven't since I was a kid. I haven't done it, but I like want to. Like every time we go camping, I'm like, if we catch a fish that's food size, we're eating it. And Alex is like, okay, but it just never happens. I catch talking like I've caught so many fish. Well, I love fishing and I love going fishing, but I usually just catch sunfish or like bluegills or crappies or pumpkin seed or pumpkin sunfish. Pumpkin seed sunfish. They're all the same thing to me. Smallmouth bass and largemouth bass, but young. So all those things, I don't eat any of them. So you never catch a sunfish big enough to eat. Like I've caught a crappie big enough to eat once, but like I wasn't going to do all the work for one edible sized fish that wouldn't have fed either of us, so it wasn't really worth it. I mean, someday I would love to. I would love to catch a big fish and then have fish for dinner. That sounds like a good vibe to me. Okay, so back to the garden. So this area used to be like our shady area, the back fence, but now that the gazebo has no roof, it's not going to be as shady. So it's still the shade garden. You can see up there all the plants that have a stake in them are perennials. So there'll be like ferns and hostas and violets and peonies and bleeding hearts and what else do I have? All the herbs, rose campion, geranium herb Robert, feverfew. There's a bunch of perennials in here. I'm going to go through them, don't worry. Now I'm craving trout. There's a town in Colombia that specializes with trout. I love it when I go there. It's a trip only to eat trout for me. That sounds awesome. Candy, can we look at my nasturtium before I go shower? I know it's pushy, but like seeing people's reactions, it's heartwarming. I want to make it through the garden. Okay. Here is the nasturtium. Beautiful orange one. I can't wait to see them. I miss you, nasturtium. I miss you. Wow, you got a flower really early. It's only like, what, 4 inches tall and you already have a flower coming out? Good conditions you have. Mine usually grow so much vine before they put out their first flower. And I almost said beans. Berries. Coreopsis. Butterfly coreopsis. I have seedlings for those. We'll see if I can get them to survive. Oh, and you have nice coleus too. I cannot wait to see what my coleus is going to look like. Okay. Back to the garden. Okay, so this is kind of the top down, like if I'm standing on my balcony. Such a nice color. Yummy. Those do look yummy. Yes, nasturtiums from Candy. I hope to have more pink nasturtiums this year. We'll see what happens. I planted one trellis only with white nasturtiums. It's like a white, creamy white yellow. It's called Nasturtium Moonlight. And I planted one of my large planters. I have sweet peas around all of them, but on one of the ones that is all sweet peas, I'll show you which one, I also planted only white nasturtiums, and I planted the whole pack. So one of my beds is going to be only white nasturtiums with the sweet peas. That'll be a rainbow of like pinks and purples and pale colors. It's going to be so pretty. It's going to be so pretty. It's going to have the foliage of the nasturtium with the sticking out tall flowers of the sweet peas. I've created a beautiful monster. And then the white flowers of the, oh, it's going to be amazing. Fairy tale. Totally. Thank you. I'm happy, but I have to go shower for a funeral, not someone I cared for, but their daughter is my stepmom, who I do love. So it's sad for me only because it's sad for my stepmom. Well, rest in peace to your stepmom's, hold on. Her daughter is my stepmom. Your stepmom's mom. Your stepmom's mom. Sorry for your stepmom's mom. And sorry for your stepmom. Anyway, have a good rest of your day and drink water. Don't forget to drink water. Okay, and then I'm jumping back in, right back in. I also made another cool trellis. I think it's cool. It's like, 8 sticks stuck into a round pot that I pulled together at the top and then tied with some rope. to create this like tube. And I don't even know what I planted in this pot. I planted a bunch of seeds yesterday, and I've pretty much planted seeds every day or every other day for the last week and a half. It just depends on how I'm feeling, what seeds will go out. At this point, I think I've done all the seeds I need to for direct sowing. At this point, I will probably do some zinnias and cosmos once the weather is like more certainly warm. But I think my seedlings combined with what I've already sowed, I'm pretty sure I'm done. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm fine. This is going to be a curve. So I've got like the big garden beds here, and then the goal is that there's kind of like an open spot there, but up here by this post, that's where my bird of paradise and my lemon tree and a bunch of houseplants will go. So there's actually going to be like a circle in the middle of this open space, which creates two paths. So there will be a path where you can go straight to the garage, or there will be a path where you can follow along these pots, but there will be like another group of things in front. I hope that makes sense. And then this is the new garden for this fence. Let me see. Laura, did you seed bomb your front garden? I did. I collected all of the seed packets that I didn't send out into one bowl, and then I added more poppies, more marigolds, more zinnias to that pile. And then what else did I do? And then I sprinkled those. Alex took all of the extra dirt. Like, this is so clean now compared to what it was like yesterday. He swept up all the extra dirt, and it was this big pile, like probably enough to fill one of those large pots here. And he brought all that dirt to the front garden and spread it out even. So all I had to do was plant the seeds. I didn't do any weeding this year. Alex put the dirt just on top of whatever was coming up. Luckily, that garden didn't have a lot of weeds last year. There were like a few here and there, and it was easy to pull. So I think that the seedlings that are coming up are actually seeds from last year's garden that fell, because I see poppy seedlings coming up in the front. Anyway, yes, I seed bombed the front garden, and it is absolutely packed. I'm talking like more than this, probably 2 times this many seeds is how I threw into that garden. But I did it in rows. I don't know why, but I like made little channels in the soil, sprinkled the seeds, covered the channel, and did that every like 4 or 5 inches. And I think that it should create a perfect garden. And I'm not going to take care of it. I didn't even water the seeds in. I know it's going to rain this week, so I'm not really concerned about that part. And also, I planted thousands of seeds. A few of the plants will come up. You know what I mean? I'll probably throw some sunflower seeds into that garden out front as well, because I thought that was really pretty at the end of summer when I had big, like 6-foot tall sunflowers in the front yard. So hopefully the poppies come up first, like last year. We had a really good showing of poppies last year. I'm really hopeful that we'll have that again. So I zoomed back a bit. Again, ignore the garbage pile. That will be gone because it's leaving tonight. But this is basically what it looks like when I leave my door. And yeah. And then I just zoomed in on the shade garden area. So the area where there's like these trees sticking out of a pot here, that's my fairy garden. So I'm just going to be planting like alyssum and something small in there. Like alyssum, I did a wild violet in there, but nothing big at all. It's going to be like a low to the ground flower magic garden. It's just for fun. And then the hammock, I think it's a little bit too high right now. I got in it last night and I was like, if I fell, it would hurt. Like, it's too high. But the ropes were like worn, so I had to tie them shorter. Anyway, we just need to get new rope for the hammock, and then that'll be fine. Oh my god, Peekaboo is so cute. She's just chilling. She's like asleep now. Her little tail twitching. Cute kitty. Okay. But I will show you that up close. Okay, so this is going to be an area that is in like 50-50 sun and shade. So I planted my shade-ish garden here. Like back in the very back, there's just a wild violet holding the carpet down. Wild violet can do well in like pretty significant shade, so I'm not really concerned about that. But I do have a couple trellises here, and I put them on a diagonal so that when I'm sitting in this table or in the hammock, the trellises will cover like the neighbor's house, the neighbor's windows, the neighbor's fence, and our alleyway. It just sort of like creates visual barriers, and once it's covered in nasturtiums and sweet peas, I think it'll be perfect. That's what it looks like from the top. So again, you have to imagine that there will be up by this post, there will be something about like this size on top of the concrete here. It'll be like a bunch of plants. So the shape that I did, where it's like you come down, it curves up, comes back down, curves around, and then there'll be another round piece. So I'm trying for some curves this year. I don't know. I think it's going to look great. I have the imagination for it. I think it's going to work. I hope it's going to work. Imagine if it sucks. How embarrassing. Okay, so we did that one. We did this one. Okay, now I'll show you some seedlings. These are my sweet peas. I planted them when I was at my parents' house. Then I went to Ottawa for 2 weeks, and then I came back, and they were pretty much exactly this size. I brought them home a week ago and planted them last week, and they've just been in the ground for a week, and they've barely changed in size at all, but I'm not worried about it. Their roots are definitely doing a bunch of work. But there are so many sweet peas in this garden. Right now you can only see like what, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 in this pick, but there are so many more. The yarrow is taking off like crazy. I put 3 stakes in the yarrow. I might have put 4. There might be one off camera, but I put stakes into the yarrow pot, and they go down like probably close to 12 inches down into the pot. They're just like bamboo stakes, but I put them in there now so that they won't hurt the plant as it continues to grow and like open up for spring. But my thought is that when the yarrow has its flowers out, it might end up getting like top heavy, because yarrow has like a heavy flower top, and if there's multiple branches that have multiple flowers, it might flop forward. So I figure at some point in the summer I may have to not trellis it, but kind of rein it in a little bit with some string, and I wanted to have the support posts in place now for when that happens. Also, a random violet made its way somehow into this yarrow pot. Oh, there's going to be such beautiful flowers coming out of that. Okay, so next I've got the seedlings that are coming up. I don't know what all of them are. I can speculate based on what I intentionally planted, but I'll obviously forget some things, and also weeds will happen because I throw bird seed out to the birds in the winter, and also mice live in our neighborhood and they transplant seeds. So things happen. But I think that this is an intentional seed because there wasn't anything else like it. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of a marigold, but I don't know. These, I didn't even plant the beans. Do you see? They're just not even under dirt. I didn't even see that when I took the picture, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, there are 4 beans just above soil. Not concerned. I planted so many seeds. I must have just thrown some magic beans. But this thing here, I think, is a firecracker vine. I think. I planted a lot of these. I didn't realize that they would all germinate, but so many of them did. Let me see what a firecracker vine seedling looks like. I think that's what it is, because they look... I think that's where I planted. I'm just going to look for a seedling and see what it looks like. Firecracker plant. No, that's not it. Okay, that's not what these look like. Okay, good. So the firecracker vine is going to be more like a morning glory when it comes up. Weird. I don't know what I planted. Maybe it's the Pink Contessa. What is that flower called? Hold on. Purple Queen and Pink Contessa. I know I can write that. Purple Queen, Pink Contessa. Thank you. You're so smart. Agrostemma. Hold on. Agrostemma seedling. I'll tell you if that's what it is that we're looking at. I know you can't see what I'm looking, but that doesn't look like it either. So, I don't know. I think that's what the seeds that I'm seeing. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing as the seed where these seedlings are coming out. Let me see if we can see the seeds in these pictures. Sometimes there's extra seeds just showing. Hold on. I know I took a bunch of photos of them. Okay, so these little guys. Okay, so that's the seed, but let me see the new seedling. Why? I see the flower, thank you. Now show me the seedling. That doesn't look like it. But I mean, like, the first two leaves. The first two leaves on this one, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. So, I don't know what this one is, but I know I planted it because it's an intentional looking seed. It could be a sunflower, but I don't think I planted that many. It does look like a sunflower, like a healthy sunflower seedling, but I don't think it is. I don't think that's what this is. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what the little ones coming up here either are. I know what these are. These are Clarkia Mountain Garland. So I'm very pleased that they germinated and opened on their own outside. I won't thin these for a while. I'm going to keep them as just a clump of babies until there shows to be a couple that look stronger, and then I'll like let those ones continue growing and pull out the other ones. Sometimes if I can manage, I'll transplant healthy ones to other spots, but these ones, when they seed outside, they don't want to be transplanted, so I probably won't. But yeah, I was really pleased with the germination because I just scattered these seeds, I don't know, a couple of days ago. There's another sweet pea back there, and there's some Clarkia Mountain Garland here, and let me show you again how pretty Clarkia Mountain Garland is. It's so pretty. This is what the flowers look like. Isn't that so nice? Hold on, why are you not? Okay, hold on a sec here. Oh, look how pretty they are. So they're pretty on the plant, but they also look so pretty as cut flowers. Like Mountain Garland Bouquet. Really, Laura? Bouquet. I wanted them like set up in a vase because you pull off a lot of the lower leaves when you put them in a bouquet. You don't just like hold a large bunch of them like that, but they're so pretty in a bouquet. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And they're so fluffy. So it's really good that that many of them germinated. And all these little babies down here are the same thing. So I will have lots. Again, I don't know what this is. I don't know, but I definitely planted it. So we'll give it time. I didn't see a lot of poppies in those ones, which is a bit disappointing because I planted thousands of poppy seeds back here. It's not disappointing. They will germinate. They will come up. We had so much poppies, so many flowers from so many poppies last year. So I'm not worried. I did the same thing that I did last year. If they all fail, I will be shocked. But you can see I have trellises here now. So these are like large tomato cages, and they're about 12 inches in soil, all of them. So they have some good like support. This is the one in the front that I made because I wanted one that had a weird shape, and I don't even know if it's got climbing things. I mean, there's nasturtiums in every single pot because I'm a nasturtium girly, so I plant nasturtium in every single pot, and then it's the Hunger Games after that. But at first, everybody gets a chance to have a nasturtium. It's just whoever wins. But this doesn't have anything climbing on it necessarily. I may put something that gets tall, and this will be like how it's caged in. Like if I put a Cosmo or a Zinnia in here, it'll just sort of support it as it grows. But I don't know. We'll see what to put in there when it's time. I also have a pansy from the garden center. Here it is. I still don't know what this is. I don't know. It's a perennial that I have on purpose because I saved a pot. So it's from last year because the pot stayed like over winter with this perennial in it, but I don't know what it is. It could be anything. It's pretty big though, because I tried pulling out that stem here, and that stem is attached to this root ball, but I don't know what I had that was like a major plant. Maybe some variety of echinacea, or I don't even know what else it could be. I don't know what perennials I have that would fit this, whatever this is. So we'll see. I'm sure I'll be happy to see it when it comes up. This is the Rose Campion, and I'm going to show you again what Rose Campion looks like. It's so pretty. Rose Campion. It's very pretty. Look at how dark that flower is. And the color that I have is, oh, I guess there's only this color. Never mind. I was thinking of the agrostemma. I have two colors for agrostemma. But for Rose Campion, it's like this. And I've seen these in my neighborhood, and they are so pretty. And they grow in the shade. At least in the houses that I've seen having them in my neighborhood, they were under a tree, like under a large maple tree or something, and maybe only like 4 feet away from the tree. So I know that they're getting like regular shade in that area. But they were so pretty and so healthy, and mine are not as healthy right now, but that's okay. They have time. I have maybe 5 or 6 plants. They're just waking up. I'm so happy to see them. I can't wait to see flowers on this plant. Candace sent me seeds for this last year, or maybe she sent them the year before. I don't remember. But Candace sent me these seeds. I planted them last year. They grew into nice little plants. I felt like they didn't perform because they didn't make not even an attempt at a flower, but they were also grown like in shade that year. So, yeah, they overwintered, and they more than doubled in size over winter. Like when I put them into this pot in fall, they barely had like any roots, and now they're like secured in this pot, and there's like twice as many plants coming off of the roots. So somehow it grew during winter, which is pretty cool. So this is the perennial that I have that I got out of a church lot. There was a whole field of these around a tree, and I dug up a couple of tubers and took them home. Apparently this is invasive where I live. I didn't know that. I consider it pretty beautiful, and if that took over my lawn in the spring, I don't think I would be mad about it. There are people who live in Grimsby, which is a town like near where I live, and there are people who their whole lawn is a mixture of these and wild violets in the spring. And then by the time summer comes around, it's just a grass lawn again. But it looks so pretty at this time of year because it would be like one of these every like inch. They're just like a carpet of blue flowers. They're so pretty. And underneath it is all wild violets. And that other thing in there is a chamomile. The fluffy looking seedling around this height, that's chamomile. I'm very pleased about it. Chamomile is always welcome. Okay. And then here, I thought these were peonies, and now I'm rethinking it and thinking they are more bleeding hearts. They're coming up in the same way that peonies come up, but I don't remember which pot I planted peonies in. I didn't mark it. I just marked all my perennial pots, so I knew there was a perennial in any given pot, but I don't know which perennial is in which pot, which is kind of fun. It makes it a little bit more exciting for seeing them come back to life. In here, though, is wild violets. I know that, tons of them. And then these are, I feel like if it's a thing with wild violets, then it should be bleeding hearts, because those are kind of all the shade area gardens. So it'd be weird if I put a peony in this pot, but I don't know. Past Laura does crazy stuff. This is another bleeding heart or a peony. Do you see what I mean? It could be a peony, but I'm pretty sure it's a bleeding heart. But like, it also could be a peony. It's let's see if there's what will it tell me? Peony or bleeding heart. Okay, let's see. Peony coming out of soil. Okay, so that's a peony. Fine. And then we want bleeding heart coming out of soil. If it gives me a picture of a bleeding heart, literally a heart. Oh, good. Thank you. I thought it was gonna. Okay, so a bleeding heart, when it comes out, the leaves look like this. So to me, that's the same. What do we think? Bleeding heart. Laura, did you seed bomb your front garden? Yes, I did. Like. Agreed. Click the like button, guys. Okay, and then peonies, when they just come out, look like this. What's your first leaf look like, though, girlfriend? Show me your first leaf. Mine aren't all red, are they? Oh, hello. You look like... Hold on. You look like this seedling. Is this... Hold on. Remember? We saw that thing, and I was like, I don't know what it is. In a pot? Where are you? Probably, oh, this one. Maybe this. What about this? That could be that, right? Is this a peony? That doesn't seem right. I'm feeling confused. I found chocolate mint yesterday. Now I have a plant. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I feel like they don't look like this. So that's probably a good sign, right? That that's not a peony? No, that's not a peony. That's so weird. It looks like it, but not a doctor. Exactly. That's the problem, Louisa. That is the problem. I am not a doctor. I feel like that does look like these. But so does this. Like this looks like that, doesn't it? This. Hold on. Come on, Laura. This. Could be a peony. Not for sure, but could be. So I don't know. We'll see. When it blooms, that's when we'll know. And this, I don't know what these are, but they look direct planted. They look purposeful, so I'm gonna let them stay. These look like wild violet seedlings, which makes me very pleased, because the wild violets, I would love if they continue to reproduce every year in my garden, because I have every color, I think. I think this year I have every color of wild violet. I think I have... I believe they come in like 5 or 6 colors, and I think I have every color they come in. Wild violet colors. Let's see. Okay, so the internet just wants to show violet. That makes sense. How about wild violets? See what we get color-wise. I just want to see variation in the internet, but I think I have more variation than the internet will even show you. So I have... Oh, hello. I love people sometimes. Look at this. Look at what someone made. Discover. Viola ID. ID sweet violets and violas. Okay, so wild violets are these beautiful things. I have all of these, and then I also have a blue one, which is being labeled. Okay, no, there's still a violet. Down here, this blue one. Oh, good, it can zoom out. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I have all 5 of the top colors and a blue one, but I also have a white one that has a blue center, I think, or a blue one that has a white center. And then I also have a pale pink. I'm drowning in violets, let me tell you. These are beautiful. Can I buy this artwork? Like, did somebody... Can I, like, buy that from him? It's just a post here. There's no, like, link to it. Isn't this pretty? I want it. Can I draw it myself? Let's draw this today. Not in this order, but let's draw violets. Can we draw violets? Are you down? I've got what I want to do today. Hey, we know what we want to do today. Also this plant in the middle, I know you're so interested in the seedlings in my garden. I am, so you're going to hear about it. This thing in the middle that kind of looks like a spider plant, I don't know what it is. It's a perennial, and I purchased it, but I don't know what it is. When the garden center was closing and everything was like 44 cents, I bought a whole bunch of perennials that were dead and unlabeled, but I knew they were flowers because they were at the garden center, and some of them I recognized, so hopefully it's one of those. This is Feverfew. She's doing great. This one overwintered. It's a plant from last year that got transplanted in the fall, and it's doing great. These seedlings, I think a couple of them are sunflowers. Don't know what they are for sure, though. My hostas are alive. I'm so pleased. I love when hostas come up. Fun fact, hostas are edible. The leaves are edible. The shoots are edible. Like asparagus, you can eat the shoots when they come up, a little higher than this, but before they open their leaves. I'm not going to be doing that because I love them so much as a decorative plant. It's just a fun thing. If I lived on the property we used to live on, there were hostas in every shade garden. There was probably 100 hostas on the property. I would probably have harvested those if I knew that at the time, but I didn't, so woe is me. But these are my hosta babies, and I'm so excited to see them come up. All of the little seedlings around the hostas are wild violet seedlings. So this pot has a fern, a bunch of hostas, and a wild violet. Oh my gosh, I'm also so excited to see what my hostas do in my other pots that have hostas. I have another pot with a hosta in it that the leaves are like, it's like an elephant hosta, so the leaves get like this big. And last year it only made like 2 or 3 leaves because it was transplanted like late in summer. It didn't have a chance to take off, but now it has overwintered and it's gonna take off this year. I just know it. This is my geranium herb Robert. She's gorgeous, super healthy. Out of probably 10 plants that were in this pot, I had maybe not 10, maybe 6 plants. I think I had 3 survive over winter. They also doubled, tripled, quadrupled in size throughout the winter, which was pretty cool. They have fuzzy leaves like a geranium, and the leaves aren't quite scented the same way that, like, my mom grows geraniums, but I don't know what variety, just like geraniums. They don't smell like that, but they're pretty, and it's like a forest looking plant. So, and there's our little hammock area, which is cool. I want to put stuff up on the walls. The reason I took this photo was to see what you guys would think we could do to actually make this space better. And like, my brain wants there to be like a couch or like a bean bag or something, but that's not really like sensible because this is a fully outdoor area. But I feel like it's missing something cozy. And then I also thought on these fence walls, we could put up something. I don't know what. We could do lights. We could do like some fun artwork that is outdoor safe. I don't know. I literally have never decorated an outdoor space like as if it's a space to hang out in. I just add more plants. So this year I want to do some decoration. Also, we're going to have hanging plants, like hanging baskets in this like area. So there's going to be cool vibes. That's not what I meant to do. Get out of here. Okay, and next I have, this. This is my little fairy garden. I found this toadstool thing, the little structure at the thrift store. I found it. It was like $2 and it was half price day, so it was $1. And I wanted it because it's a mushroom. And it says the Toadstool Inn and it has windows. I guess you could... No, it can't be for like putting a candle. That wouldn't make sense. But I could put a light in there, like a little solar powered light or something. Anyway, it's just a little decoration thing. And then I decided this pot, last year it grew my, what are you called? Castor bean plant. And I didn't take the castor bean plant out of the pot. So the roots are still in here. I added new soil on top, and the castor bean itself, the pole of it is still sticking out. And I added some other dead sticks. So this, first of all, do you see this stick coming out of the soil, this white stick? That's a fig tree. I took it home from my parents' farm. They insulated their fig tree with fiberglass insulation, and then they put hay around it, and then plastic around that, and then this large plastic tub around the entire thing. And that's how it overwintered. And they were worried that it wasn't going to survive because it got cold. They took off all of the stuff in the spring, and mice had eaten every single square centimeter of bark off of every single branch of their fig trees that were in the ground. 2 fig trees that have been living with my mom and dad for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe more. They're like the mother trees. 2 of her original mothers were completely eaten down. They were fully dead in the spring, and they had been eaten down every single square inch of bark. It was sad. That being said, they let me take home the dead fig trees, and I stuck them in my garden because I think they look so cool. It's sad that it had to be a fig tree, but it's very cool because of how cool it looks with absolutely no bark. It looks like it was whittled down, but it was by mice. Every square inch is crazy. But anyway, I stuck them into this garden, and I took a couple other pictures. Look at this. So I stuck some bamboo into there. I put some pretty rocks to make a little path. I made a well out of a 2-inch clay, what's it called? Terracotta pot, and did a little decorating around. I added a toadstool in there, and then there's a little toadstool ramp. Well, it's actually a artist's conch, but neither here nor there, just to make it kind of blend together, and I thought it was really cute. Another perennial, don't know what this is, bought it for 44 cents in the fall, and then irises are coming out behind it, so I know what those are. I don't remember what color they are, though. This is poppy seedlings. Very, very pumped about these. Poppy seedlings are coming up, which means poppies are gonna bloom in my garden. Poppies are so fun. This down here, this little round seedling, is a Clarkia mountain garland. Oh, so many poppies. So pleased about that. So yeah, there's kind of an overview of my garden. What's going on outside, that is. We still have tons going on inside, but as far as outside goes, that's where we're at right now. I also did a little bit of coloring over the weekend, and I did a bit of drawing, and I wanted to show it to you. We will look at seedlings eventually. We will get there, but I want to show you the stuff I did this weekend. I don't know how this is going to look. How's it do? Oh, that's not bad, actually. I can just do like this. Okay, you want to go through memory lane and just look at all of the drawings? Cool, me too. So first, when we got the markers at Christmas, I got these for Christmas. On one live stream, we tried to learn how to use them by coloring in these flowers, and I'm looking at them. I still think this looks good. I love looking back at art that I still think looks good. Like, I think I could have done better with the like detail work on the Cosmo, but the nasturtiums look like nasturtiums. The strawflower looks like a strawflower. The marigolds look great. Very pleased. This is whatever. This is just me learning how to use the colors. Then in January, we drew Thunder, my sweet baby. Still no news about Tio. And then another Thunder because he was all I could think about at the time. And then guess what? After that, another thunder. Because I miss him so much. Then the next one, in case you were wondering if it was going to be another thunder, it is. It's another thunder. This is an old thunder, so he has cataracts. This is thunder in his later years. Then a rough idea of what the garden could look like. This is completely wiped out now because this garden no longer exists. We dug out all the soil, flattened the ground underneath it got it down to the concrete, and then also flattened. There was like one area that didn't have a concrete pad, so we flattened that dirt down, and then we have 2 pots here now. So this won't look like this. It's a pretty idea, but it won't happen. Then we did a design for spring yarn. Spring is like in full swing, and I have not made this yarn yet, so that's still on the list. Oh, this one was fun. This is a drawing and coloring of how my area feels for me. Usually there is a leopard, and now there's a gray cat. Look at this. There she is. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. There's the gray cat. Hi, baby. Hi. Come over this side. There you go. Hi, baby. Okay, back to this. Nope, back to this. Hold on. So, there's the gray cat. The leopard, I don't know where he is right now. Probably with Alex. And then my parrots. Very, very cute. And then a bunch of plants. And there's my gray cat. Do you think she looks like this? Hold on. Peekaboo. What do we think? Does it look like her? I think the answer is yes. Good girl. I got her attention long enough for that. That was pretty fun. Okay, back to this. Hi. Is the angle changing? I feel like the angle changed and it got more aggressive. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, hold on a sec here. I'm gonna get it, don't you worry. There. That's pretty good. Okay, peekaboo. Microphone. Then more thunder. All different eras of thunder. Then one for Elizabeth when my niece was born. And then another thunder. Very cute. Very accurate. And then mushrooms, slugs, bugs, snakes, newts, moss, and plants. I love this one. I would have that in a frame on my wall, I think. This one that I never finished because it started creeping me out. This one, pretty garden vibes. Isn't that pretty? Aw, that's so fun. I like this one. This one that I never finished, which is something I should finish. So far it's just some sunflowers, but it's upside down. A little bouquet that I haven't finished. And then now we're back to where we're at. The flower we did on April 18th. Then there's a zinnia. I finished the mouse one. That's what I wanted to show you. Did I draw something else? Yeah, I did. I finished the mouse one. Hold on. It's hard to center. Isn't it cute? Come on, look at that. Look how cute it is. He's so fat. I love it. I'm so happy with it. I love that the background's all black. I think that was a good idea. There's still some details I could add to it, but I think it's so cute. And then I was just playing last night, and I just drew some leaves. to try and work with the greens and see what I could do, how I could. I just was doing a green study by using leaves, trying to find new ways to do leaves. I don't think I found my way. This is not something that really is working for me, but, you know, it's okay. So we could work on this one. What did I say I wanted to draw, though? I really wanted to draw something. I was excited about drawing something. Come on, Laura. What was it? I will remember. Shoot. I really don't recall. What was it, Peekaboo? That I wanted to draw really excitedly. Do you remember? Hi, Pika. Okay. We are gonna... we're gonna look at the seedlings, too. Gorge. Ugh. I needed that stretch. Oh, violets! That's right. Violets. Thank you. I knew someone would remember. I was really excited about it that I lost the train of thought because ADHD is real. And for real right now, I want you to like see what I'm seeing. Miss Peekaboo is just hovering real close to where I'm trying to draw. Let me see if I can put me a little over farther so you can see her. I'm trying to sit here, just chat with you guys, and this is what I have here. I have this cat just coming for cute cuddles. She is worth everything. You may always stay, but also I need to figure out how to also color at the same time, you know? There, that's not bad. I mean, it's kind of a down shot. Let's see if I can get that to be a little less about that. Is that okay? It's not really, you're not really working with me here, Peekaboo. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we just have to do it the way we usually do it, and Peekaboo doesn't get to be part of it. Sorry. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Are you thinking about doing bird crimes? Because that's kind of what your voice is making me think, Beelzebub. Okay. All right. So that's out of the way. And then this. Come back just a little. There we go. Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to organize this so that we have a good amount of ability to see what's happening. Okay, but I also need to see what's happening. Here we go. Okay, violets. What is that gonna look like? How are we gonna do it? Sorry. I know. My nose is gross. Okay. Let me think here. Do we want to have them growing on the ground, or do we want to have them in a bouquet? I kind of want to have them growing on the ground. Like just a lineup of the different violets. I feel like that could be cute. So I'm going to give myself a border first. You know me, I love having a border. You're already out. Why are you saying out? You say out when you want to be let out, Beelzebub. Oh, I mean Gary. That was Gary speaking. I can hear his voice when he's practicing words he doesn't know. He goes so quiet and it's so cute. But he says out. And I'm like, you're already out. Hi. You're so cute. All right. Let's see. I don't think so. We're not playing that kind of game. No, thank you. Okay. There. All right, now I can imagine the ground. The ground violets can grow in the shade, so they can be with moss, you know? So that's a good thought, just to make our ground a little bit like rough. Okay. And then how many are there? There's 5, 6 violets. Should I do all 6? I mean, probably, right? But that one that I have that isn't listed here, Heath dog violet, hairy violet, early dog violet, common dog violet, sweet violet, and sweet violet. Like, I don't know, I probably have all of them. But I don't know. Good morning, Michelle, nice to see you. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Like, am I making a botanical drawing? Or am I just making a drawing? Because if I'm doing a botanical drawing, then I need all 6 of them. You know? I think I should do it like... It's not a botanical drawing, but like one. Don't you think? Don't you think that would be fun? I think it'll be fun. Okay, so like this. And then this has to divide in 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's pretty good. And then 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty good. Okay, so there's 6. So each one of these will get its own violet. And then, so which one do I want to start with? I guess it doesn't really matter. Oops, but I want to search each individual variety and see what the difference looks like. So let's start with a common dog violet. Common dog violet. Okay, and common dog violet just looks like purple. Okay, cool. Love that. Oh my god, look at how many flowers are in that one. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Okay, but we're looking at it from the side, not from the top. Okay, this is kind of a good reference photo. Does this feel fake? To me, this feels like AI. Okay, I feel like I'm so suspicious now. And there's also this, which is pretty cute. Okay, I think that's a good representation of the common dog violet. Don't you think? I think so. Okay, so that means for the plant, if we have you, you're common, but that doesn't matter. You're still important to me. Okay, so we have a little plant. How big do we want these flowers to be? Probably like this. And then the flower has like a roundy thing. That turns into the lower petal. And then there's some side petals. And then there's the upper petals. We'll make that look more accurate later. That's not important right now. Right now it's just about blocking out a shape. And then we have leaves. Like that. And the leaves are heart-shaped, super heart-shaped. And they are jagged. At least on this one. There, that's kind of cool. Okay, and then we need another leaf. And all the leaves, all the veins of the leaf, rather. Whoa, calm down, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? It's like right on the edge, so it had a little freak out. Okay, the other thing about the leaves is all of them seem to be coming, like all the lines are coming down to the middle, not to the middle stem. Like that. So that's good to know. And then a leaf from the side kind of looks like that. And we'll probably have a couple flowers. Or at least a couple buds. Like maybe we have the little things starting to open in this one. And then this one can also be open. That's nice. There. And this has like a potato corm. There. That's like a wild violet. I feel like you are not getting quite as much color as I would want you to have. I feel like you can't see very much. So let me just try and darken it down a little. So you can see what I'm working on. Can you see? Does that feel more clear? I feel like the shadow is right on this. It's kind of inconvenient, sorry. Look at this. Cute kitty. Sorry. Alright, well, sorry that the light is in the exact wrong place for this. Maybe that can help. What is that? It's the shadow of the camera, of the tripod. But I can't get it out of the way. Oh no, it's the shadow of the friggin' mic. Dang. And the mic is kind of where it has to be. Let's see if I can deal with it like this. See how that looks. There, less shadow. Sorry, am I over concerned about something that is not necessary? Maybe. Alright, more violet. So that one is our common dog violet. Okay. Common dog violet. Okay, and now we could do, maybe we do sweet violets here and have them be sweet violet. Will be two plants that are connected because they are the same plant, just in two different colors, so I think that's a good option for them. Okay. Okay, so there's going to be violet number 2. Okay, let's see what a sweet violet looks like. It's the same picture. It's just pinker. But the flower is the same. Cool. I thought it was going to be a different thing. It looks different in the picture of that the artist made. Or these aren't even pictures. These are like actual photographs of the flower. Okay. Hold on. For a sweet violet, we're going to have more upright petals. Like bunny rabbit ears almost. And then kind of shorter ones. Getting a little volvular in the drawing here. And then this nice sort of round one at the bottom. Bunny ears, round, round, bigger round. Okay. I reached the point of the seawater where I had to put the sleeves stitches, of the sweater, that I had to put the sleeve stitches on hold and just take the body stitches, and I had to do it so many times. Counting was not helping me. Yeah, I don't love that for you. I was making the wrong size or taking less or more. Oh. Well, how's it looking? Okay, these ones can be that one, and then this one can come like this. I made it at the end. Well, after crying a little, just a little, I feel like I cried on my first sweater. There is enough stress in making a sweater to cry for sure. Oh, but they're so pretty. I love a knitted sweater. Don't you love it? Okay. Cool. Next is a hairy violet. What makes that way? I feel like I do have to do some of the details, I guess, that make it different. Like the common dog violet, I should have one that is sideways so that I can do the accurate thing with it. Hold on. Which is, this part has 2 leaves. And then on top of the 2 leaves, there's a petal. Okay. You're already out, Gary. Okay. Like that? Is that what I'm doing? Hold on. I feel like I just need to go in with the good copy for this part of the violet. I feel like I can do this part right now. Just a second. Okay, hold on a moment. Sorry, I'm trying to look at something. I'm trying to look at the picture of the violet from the side. Sorry if that's not clear. Okay, so the bottom of it curves upward, but it's round. And then it comes down all the way to here in one swoop. And then the front has a petal that comes from where a leaf is. Hold on. And passes in front of it. And then comes up. Sorry, I'm trying to draw while looking at a picture of something that doesn't look like anything to me. It's hard. And we're gonna have a leaf that comes down like this, and then a second leaf. Like that. And then this piece is not going to show there, it's going to be here. But it's going to come out of here. Hold on. You are going to fold back away from the petal. So. Then you'd be straight. Like this. Good. And then. Okay. Hopefully that worked. And it translates when we finish drawing it. That was frustrating for me. That what I just drew. And it still doesn't look right. Kind of like that, I guess. I feel like I did not do a good job. Oh well, we're gonna just go with it. All right, next one. So these ones are sweet violets. Yeah. And now we also need to do a hairy violet and a early dog violet. Let's do an early dog violet. And see if we can find any difference between this one and its siblings. I feel like the violets are all coming out pretty the same, you know? Okay, let's see. We're looking for a early dog violet, which is almost the same. Cool. A little less heart-shaped for the leaves. Still heart-shaped, just a little less. Also a little bit of a longer stem and smaller leaf. Just a little though. Okay. Still heart-shaped. Also, reducing those 176 stitches feels like I'm going faster. Oh, totally, once you get to start reducing. Absolutely. Okay, we're doing early dog violet right now. This has still got rubbly leaves on it. we're going to have our sideways one be right here this time. And this one has a leaf that comes forward and a leaf that comes down. Then it has a petal. Then it has another petal. And then it has a petal that comes back. There. Sorry, I have to draw it in pen now. There. That one worked a little better. Okay, and now we're going to do the sweet violets. Need a side one also. And then we also need to do the heath dog violet and the hairy violet. So we'll do hairy violet and heath dog violet. Cool. This is gonna be pretty. I can feel it. Maybe I'll even make it a print. We'll see. I am gonna have to color it though, because as just an outline, it's not gonna be super clear. Okay, heath dog violet. Let's do that one next. The heath dog violet, what's the difference? This one has way less heart-shaped leaves. Almost like a regular leaf shape without any heart shapiness. And it's actually like round, not pointy, not pokey. Hi. Hi. Hello. Okay. So this one, what's the trait about it? It's got kind of a round, pointy flower at the bottom. And then these guys kind of come out on either side and they're round, but also a little squared off. And these guys just kind of round also. Very pretty. Pretty little violet. And now what makes you special from the side? What side view situation makes you special? Let's see. We have a large green leafy part. Then we have the butt of the flower. Comes out, flares out. Oh, there's nothing that flares down. Interesting. Okay, so the whole thing just comes up. And then like that. Cool. All right, if you say so. That's good. That's good. And now we need the hairy violet. What makes you special? I can't tell. You don't look particularly hairy. It does look like you have a little cap though. with like leaves on it. And then that cap has a flow up petal, which goes kind of straight up and around and forward. Okay. Cool. And then it has a nice big middle petal. Like that. All right. Hey. Don't do that, Beelzebub. Too loud, baby girl. I didn't realize violets and pansies look the same until right now, as I'm drawing them. Violets and pansies look the same. Okay. So there's my... Wait, what? No, we're not doing that today, Beelzebub. No. Okay? No. So harsh, that sound. Sorry, Harry Violet? Harry Violet has... whatever this shape is called. It's like further than heart-shaped. Spade-shaped? Probably almost. Okay, there we go. There's some violets. What do we think? Not bad. I feel like I made them too small. Okay. Common dog violet. Let's see you. Okay. And what else is in here? The middle one has some stuff going on. Like that. I don't know, man. Okay. Louisa says, on Saturday, we went with my hubby, Ada, and I to some tulip fields, and it was so good. Ada was having a lot of fun looking at the flowers and calling out the colors and running around. A lot of people, though. Oh, that must have been beautiful. Tulip fields are so pretty. I wish we had them that we could, like, walk around in here. I mean, maybe there's a farm somewhere that has them, but I've never seen a field of tulips. My mom right now has a huge clump of daffodils and tulips as well. The tulips are just about to come out, but a whole field of them, that sounds lovely. Why you kiss, huh? Okay. Violets. We're doing it. I feel like it's not perfect, but it's something. Cool. What? I feel like they're not quite that jaggedy, but we're just gonna go with it, okay? Okay, first of all, it's a bit much, Beelzebub. Okay. Oh. I think it's supposed to rain today. And I'm gonna go, excuse me, with my sister and Alistair. I think we're gonna go to the beach. That seems good. It looks like a wild violet to me. There. First violet finished. I'm losing interest. Do you want to look at seedlings now? Is this boring? Here's my violets right now. Here. There's my first violet. I've got them all roughed out. but I've lost interest. I want to look at plants. Are you guys down with that? Because that's what's happening. No, ma'am. No, we won't be doing that today. Ya darn birds. Okay. Oh, she's shiny. Okay, hold on. Now, for my next act, I'm going to show you posted pics. Safe to see. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Whoa, that's so pretty. Look at that field. Little unicorn jacket. That's so cute. Whoa, that's beautiful. Oh, what a cool thing. Oh, and Louisa's plants. Look at the transplants. They look great. They look awesome, Louisa. Oh, that's awesome. Some of those will for sure survive. Confirmed. Guaranteed. Okay, let me grab some seedlings to show off. Because we are having a just absolute bonanza of seedlings going on right now. A bonanza of seedlings. You heard right. Some of them are doing so well. Some of them are just doing great. But some of them are doing amazing. Excuse me, peekaboo. Sorry, baby. I need the spot. Thank you. So patient. Oh my gosh, my Clarkia Mountain Garland. I put all of these things outside yesterday. This is actually a good time to do a checkup on them. Make sure that nobody dried out. Cool, we're gonna water all the seedlings. That wasn't part of my plan. Oops. But here we are. We don't always get the plan. I have coleus. They're not ready to be thinned yet, but pretty soon. Okay, shush. All right, there we go. Let me just fill up my water and then we can look at all the seedlings. You want to go in Alice's room, Pika? You're a bird. Don't touch the seedlings, Beelzebub. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, Beelzebub. You better not do that, okay? Good girl, Beelzebub. No bird crimes. Not one bird crime. That's awesome. I love when the birds don't do crimes. Okay, I think one that suffered the most, hold on. All that from that little tray, and those are the strongest. The little ones, I sacrificed them. I think the ones that suffered the most were the Cosmos. They're looking good and big. I think it was looking good and big. I think I killed it. I don't think you killed it. Okay, so let's get this seedling party started. Let's try to. Let me try to just adjust everything here. My mouse turned off. Okay. Nope, not you. You. Why are you locked? Hold on. You go over here right now, buddy. So I can move this stuff over here. Show off these seedlings. Okay, so sorry that you're kind of on an angle or upside down or something weird. But I've got good seedlings here to show. So my little ladybird cosmos, my verbena, and my hoppy red dye amaranth are doing really good. I think. They're doing pretty good. Yep. Pretty pleased with those. Gonna give them some water right in their own little individual tray. They don't need too much. Okay, and then this here is Candy Tuft. We're having some loss, unfortunately, with the Candy Tuft. I'm not gonna water this today, I don't think. I think this one still has a good amount of moisture in the soil. Next we have Apricota Cosmos and Zinnia Cosmos are not doing well. I think I'm gonna need to add more seeds to these, which is a very disappointing spot to be in for me. Then I've got Summer Dreams Cosmos. These Cosmos, look at the roots. They're already coming out of the pots. So these ones they're growing faster than I would like them to, and they're getting a little taller than I would like them to. But I don't really have a choice right now because I'm not transplanting them yet, so I can't do that. This is an unlabeled one that we are suspecting of being celosia, but we don't know. It might be Gomphrena, but they're doing really well. And Feverfew, I've lost one. That's okay. There's still water in the soil, or moisture in it rather, so I'm not going to water the tray. But the ones on the end here I am going to just top off. Make sure that they don't dry out. Okay, there. So that's the first tray. Looking pretty good. Room for improvement always, but tray 1 is très bien. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Okay, go in here. Underneath the bright lights. Just chill out. And then you don't fall, please. Okay, this tray is kind of a bust, unfortunately. This second tray, almost everything has died in it. I just can't water it as often as it dries out. Okay, so my Clarkia Mountain Garland is amazing. They're doing really well. I don't think I'm going to be thinning it anymore. But, yeah, I give them a good little sort of physical harassment here once or twice a day. And I just touch all the seedlings to give them a little bit of strength so that they work their little strength building muscles. My Alyssum is doing so well. It looks so good. Look at that. So this is like 25 plants, I think. I think there's a couple that have 3 seedlings in it. So yeah, I'm going to say about 25 plants here. And that's going to cover so much ground. I don't know what color these ones are, but I don't really care. They're going to be great. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this one's tray just because they're kind of starting to think about drying out. The Mountain Garland is like straight up damp right now, so I'm not bothering it. Okay, next is the straw flowers. Yes, straw flowers. They're looking awesome. Getting a little taller. This here is not a straw flower that got planted with them. That's Alyssum, but that's okay. Otherwise, they're looking really good. Here's how they look. So pretty. And the soil is mostly dried out, so I am going to add a little water for them as well. I actually put in way too much water, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll drink it up just fine. You guys need water, I can tell. Oh my god, look at the roots on you. These bachelor's buttons are going to be really happy to finally get outside. Look at the roots. Hold on. There. Look at the roots. Isn't that nuts? That's the bachelor's buttons. We've got in here the classic romantic, the blue, the classic romantic and the blue. So pink and blue bachelor's buttons in here. That one root is crazy long. Okay, then the snapdragons, which are doing really good. We've lost a couple to dampening off, unfortunately. Not much we can do about that. That happens. But even with the dampening off, we've got lots of really nice healthy ones. You can see how big they actually are. They're not huge, but again, we harass them a little bit, give them a good jiggle, give them a good like touching, because they are happier once they have a little bit of resistance against them. If you just let them grow in a perfect setting, they won't survive. Okay, so next here I have pink Love in a Mist, nothing germinating from there yet. Firecracker vine, nothing germinating from there yet. So strange. And then the morning glories. The morning glories are doing great. They're putting out their next leaves. You can see they've got roots. They're doing super. I do want to screw around in the soil here a little bit with this tray to just see if the Levina Mist is doing anything. Or if it's just like fully not happening. I don't see any evidence of germination. This soil is very wet. We do not need to water this one. A random rose petal, cool. Are you trying to do anything? No, you're done. You're done. How about you? Firecracker vine, where are you? No firecracker vine. Oh, there's one. Okay, well, I might have just killed the firecracker vine germinating. Hopefully not. You know what I'm gonna do though? This plant is trying to survive, and my pink Levina Mist is obviously not germinating, so I'm just gonna shove this one in here. I don't have it labeled, so I don't know what it is, but I know it's not pink Levina Mist, so that'll be fine. Good. And then there's one more that survived my neglect, and we'll just put it in the other little empty space. Sorry, Levina Mist, but if you don't perform, we will replant you. That's so sad though. I know I planted enough seeds for it to work. To have 0 germination? What am I doing wrong? Okay, well that's done and does not need water. So there's tray number 2. We've got really beautiful stuff happening for tray number 2. And I think tray number 2 should have a lot of light, really highlight situation. Okay, maybe not the morning glories though. Swap you guys out for somebody else. Who would like to be under a bright direct light here? Probably you guys. Mixed scabiosa. So I have some mixed scabiosa here. Not doing anything really exciting, so we'll put it under the bright direct light to give it a better chance. And then we'll put the morning glories in a little lower light. Okay, so next tray. This one's exciting because it has my amaranth in it. And my amaranth is doing okay. We are having dampening off happening. It's not super, but it's okay. I'm not panicking about it. It's gonna be fine. I also have my red castor bean, which is now coming up. Purple cleome, pink cleome are not coming up, but red castor bean is just about to break through today. So we will have red castor beans before long, which is awesome. Next, I have my Rubenza Cosmos, which look like they are very, 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 very thirsty. At least that's what it appears like. So we will make sure that they get enough water today. Let me show you them though. These are my Cosmos Rubenza and white. Oh, really? I have no Rubenza germinated. That's so disappointment. And the others are getting so leggy that they're falling over. That's so annoying. It's okay. We will manage. They will be planted deep. I'll just plant them deeper in soil. But yeah, this needs like a significant amount of water to go into it. I don't know why these ones are not germinating, but I don't like it. So now you're extra watered. You have nothing to complain about. Perfect access to sunlight. You know what is going really well though? My zinnias. They all decided to germinate at the same time, which was very cute. Look at how happy they are. Look at how happy this tray of seedlings is. So this one still has his seed cap. There you go. You don't need that anymore. So these are doing well. These ones are my Queenie Lime Orange, these 2 lines. And then these ones are Zinnia Glorious Red. So it looks like I will have, at a minimum, bright red and red, orange, pink Cosmos, or zinnias. So that's a good place to be. for me. Happy with that. Okay, and then I think you guys, who is gonna go where? I also have the Scabiosa. I have my Dark Knight. Oh, you are dry. Dark Knight and Assorted. They're doing okay. There's a bunch of spots that are not coming up, so I'm going to water that because it is bone dry. Give me 1 sec. I need to fill my water. Excuse me, Rohan. Good girl, Beelzebub. She didn't do any crimes while I was gone. Okay, so the zinnias, I think they're watered. You guys feel heavy. But the Scabiosa, you feel light as air. So we're going to water you. Can you see it from the front if I do this? A little bit. Cosmos, you guys feel pretty heavy. And that is... I forget who's in here. Alyssum, I think. Give you a little water, give you a little water. Okay, I think that's it for the seedlings. Sorry, I'm trying to decide who should go where based on like light needs, because there's a few here that are in need of a little bit of a boost. This Cosmo, for example, could do with some good bright light. What are you doing, Rohan? What are you doing? You can't get into that box. Okay, these zinnias are looking amazing. Very happy about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you can come out. Sorry, I'm just going to reorganize this tray a bit. And you can come out, and that way you can go in. And we'll have one whole beautiful tray. There. Good. And now I just need spots for these 3 beauties. Nope, you can't go up there while that's something you do in secret. You're not allowed to do that when I'm around. It's not safe, Rohan. Okay, so I have a tray of coleus that is just coming up. And I don't know how it's going to fare. And I also don't know what varieties I'm looking at. So this one that's germinated 1 million is assorted. This one is mixed, and this one is Kong mosaic. So I don't know why have I not planted the one from Toronto? Oh, sorry, this one's French Quarter. So this is the seeds I saved from inside Toronto, not inside Toronto, from a Toronto restaurant that was having coleus. That's this one that's super like overfilled, but I don't know if I should. This is also weird. This doesn't look like coleus. This skinny one, these don't look like coleus seedlings, so I'm kind of confused as to what happened there. But I kind of want to pull out some of these just so there's room for everybody to kind of succeed. I just don't want to risk them overcrowding too early. I know it's like early. They're not going to hurt each other yet. They're still too young. But like, I could just pull out a few, you know? Just make some room. It's like, how many of these am I actually going to keep? I don't know, maybe 10. So I can just sort of pull out a few here and there just to make some space. There. It's heartbreaking because each one of these could just be such a glorious coleus. But I don't need 1,000 of them. I need like 10. Oh no, I don't want to take that whole clump. There we go. Alright, there. That thinned it out a bit. Did it even? Yeah, it did. It's definitely less. But there. Now these can stay. Those can go, and we'll leave those back underneath. I'm putting them under a really bright light right now, like right up against the light, because I want them to have the best chance to get nice and strong. Gosh, I love coleus. I really hope that they do well. I think I'm putting them like literally less than an inch away from the light. Feverfew is probably like 4 inches away, and then this is, I think this is alyssum. So I'm gonna just put it there, and now I have a whole tray that's free. I can collect my dead plants. And then I have to go wash my hands, but I also have to pee, so I'm gonna go do those things at the same time. So talk amongst yourselves. If the birds do crimes, let me know, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hands washed. Ready to rumble. Cleaning off the dirt off my table. And I got myself a cup of water to drink. Bada bing, bada boom. So, what are you guys up to today? What's your plans? I wouldn't call them big plans, but I am planning on seeing my family today. I feel like all I do is hang out with my family right now. Oh my gosh. The group chat. It's crazy. Cool. Cool. Yeah, anyway, I feel like I'm playing with babies all the time. I think yesterday yesterday was my first day of not seeing any babies for like a few days in a row. I've been just like being an auntie, which is great. I just also I'm tired. I think the one that suffered the most was the Cosmos. It was looking so good and big. I think I killed it. So I disagree because I'm looking at this pot and there's Cosmos in here like this. Thank you, baby. This frilly one, that's a Cosmo. And then this one down here. Oh, you can't see it when I'm zoomed in. This one down here, this frilly one, that's a Cosmo. And your marigolds look so good. What's in here? Is that amaranth? Red amaranth? That's cool. Who are you talking to? Beelzebub is with you? Oh, okay. I was like, what is she asking for? Oh, delicious banana bread. Yeah, they can have some banana bread. Must be. You tell us. It's your seed mix. Okay, well, let me... Hold on. I can do this here. Okay. So, here, let's see what I can see. This one's harder because they're still pretty small, but I see some, I mean, this looks like I see carrots or something, but that doesn't seem like what oh, feverfew right there. The one in the middle of the screen right now, that's feverfew. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the pots that we can recognize stuff in, okay? So, let's see. Right here, okay, I'll do the middle of the screen, or I'll do right up against where my finger can point. This thing right here is going to be a vine. I believe that one's a morning glory. This one right here, this big one, I believe is a calendula. And then down here, this is a Cosmo, but this is the orange kind of Cosmo. This is the first year I'm planting flowers and not just veggies, and I'm so excited. I'm really happy for you. That's very exciting. I love that. I love planting flowers. It's awesome. Let's see. Bright Lights Cosmos. Bright Lights Cosmos. That's these ones. So this guy, hold on, this guy here is that guy. So you will have flowers. This guy is another type of Cosmo. That's like just this is like this kind of Cosmos. This guy here. This one is the orange kind. It's pretty resilient. I wouldn't really worry about it. The first one is a different kind of Cosmo, but I don't think you killed it. It could be damaged, but it won't kill it. This one's got a bunch of zinnias in it. So these two leafy guys in the middle, those are zinnias. This one down here is a marigold. This one that I'm putting in the middle now is a marigold as well. And then this looks like it's all amaranth. Yeah, that's all amaranth. You should pull out some of these. There's too many in this pot. They will suffocate each other. What I would recommend is pulling like half of them. Like you have some really good healthy... Hold on. Burp, 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 burp. No. Burp, 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 burp. You have some really good healthy big ones, so I would probably keep those or even transplant those. Pull them out by taking a spoon and scooping around the big strong ones, giving them a good amount of space. Don't worry about killing the small baby ones. Just try and keep the big ones alive. But I would remove most of these. Like pretty much all of them that are small, I would pull out of this pot. Because all of the big ones, I see you have like more than 10 big ones. But everything that just has 2 leaves, I would just sacrifice it. This one has more calendula. The long leaves are calendula. Then you've got good zinnias in here. Those are the round leaves. And then a Cosmo here. A Cosmo. I think that might be a poppy. That other one might also be a poppy. The one you're worried about killing? I feel like that could also be a poppy. In which case you might have killed it. If it's a Cosmo and it's the bright lights kind, then you're fine. If it's a poppy, it's probably not going to live. But I think it looks great, Louisa. I think your garden is well on its way to success. And I'm very excited for my garden. I don't know if I've told you guys this yet. Don't know if I mentioned it. Can we just go on a little look through memory lane? Can I just scroll back to like August and let's look at plants for a minute? Cool, I'm glad you agree that that's what we should do. Okay, let's look at where we were in... When's this? This is like... Oh, August. Let's look at August. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous thing. So pretty. This is a straw flower. Obviously, I'm growing this again this year. This is a strawberry rose. Tell me that's not the prettiest thing you ever saw. You can't tell me that, because it is the prettiest thing you ever saw. So you actually can't even tell me that it's not. Oh, God, I love it. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Why does it keep doing that? No, that's not what I'm trying to do either, Discord. Duh. Another straw flower. This one's an orange straw flower, so pretty. This one's the silvery rose. I planted more of this one this year. So pretty. Oh God, these were so much fun. Aren't they beautiful? Don't you just want to keep looking at them? I feel so in love with that flower. And the plant looks great too, which is nice. Some of these, the plants were like whatever. This was a pretty, like, nice looking plant. Here's from the above. Oh, my red castor bean. This is a beautiful red zinnia, but it's not the glorious red. I'm growing glorious red this year. I don't know what it actually is called, but I've been calling it glorious red because that is the only way to describe it that captures how beautiful it is. This one is just a red zinnia. I've got lots of these planted. These are the Picotee. And then I've got lots of these, the Apricota. I really, really hope my Apricota survives. I will be so unhappy if it does not. Oh, this thing is so cool. So I have this still that I'm going to use this year because I let it dry out over winter. This is the castor bean and I'm using the poles of it. Oh, and I've got these guys planted. Oh, these are going to be so pretty. Scabiosa. And wait, just wait until the nasturtiums are blooming like this again, where there's so many blooming that I can't pick them all in a day. At the beginning, I pick them all and I'm excited about having like flowers to pick. But by August, there's so many nasturtiums coming off of one plant that I end up they're overgrown. And that is not something that bothers me in the least. I am really excited about the yarrow this year. Last year I only got like a few stems of blooms. This year I'm going to get way more stems of blooms. Look at how pretty this is. This is the silvery rose straw flower. So pretty. Sweet peas and nasturtiums. This year it's going to be a wall of white nasturtiums with pink sweet peas. So pretty. Do you see how tall the Cleome is? That's what we're aiming for, friends. We're aiming for super tall Cleome. Oh, and then the different colors available for my nasturtiums. I planted all my seeds. I would really like to get this one again. That one was pretty too, the cherry rose. Gorgeous. And then status. I didn't plant very much status. I don't even know if I have status seedlings. It's a bit disappointing because I should have planted some. Alyssum, I planted so much alyssum. So lovely. It's my favorite. But look at how pretty this Cosmo is. It's literally like unlike anything I've ever seen. It's amazing. Alyssum is so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm so excited for the garden, you guys. Like for real, this year's garden, I'm going to be So happy out there. Oh, I'm so excited to see the celosia. I did way better with my seedlings last year. I'm trying to just be okay with whatever happens, but I didn't plant as much. And this is my hosta. This is going to be my beautiful hosta. She's coming back. Beelzebub. No thank you. No thank you, ma'am. Let's see if there's anything else that's super exciting. Oh, I got seeds for this one. So this is planted. Oh, that's the coleus, that the French quarter. Isn't that pretty? Look how full theirs is. So I'm going to be growing that again. This is the rubenza. Isn't that pretty? That's the dazzler, so that's like purple. The rubenza, you can see it's like so much just redder. Isn't it beautiful? My gorgeous naughty Marietta. I had these growing. I hope that I'm growing them now. I wish I labeled my seeds, because this is my favorite marigold, and if I can't grow it because I didn't save seeds, I'm going to be so irritated that I didn't already buy the seeds for it. So annoying. All these mushrooms from when we went camping. Nova Scotia stuff. And then back in the garden. Looking so nice after a rain. Oh my god, I can't wait for summer. Look at this garden. Look at how full it gets. You can't even see the containers that it's in. And it's in containers. Like, there are containers underneath all of this. And you can't even see them. I'm so excited for that. Oh, look at this one. That's a picotee also. Strawflower, nasturtiums. Oh, a yellow strawflower, come on. I'm in Saskatchewan, so there's still snow everywhere. So excited for summer too. Saskatchewan still has snow. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm in Southern Ontario, and Southern Ontario, we don't have any snow anymore. But it's definitely not like, I don't know. It's not summer yet, but it's almost. We've got some perennials coming up. Yeah, we just had a big snowfall last week. That sucks. Okay, so now this is what it looked like in October in my garden. So sad. Everything dying. But that lasted till October. I feel like that's middle of October, and there were still flowers, just not as many. Like, I want to grow this. Hold on, I saw it here. This celosia. Look how pretty this is. But I don't want to grow this one. And all of them come in mixes. So I want to just get this in the mix. But I don't want to have to risk getting yellows and oranges. I just want the bright pink. And who else is being planted this year? I did a lot of gardening last year, and it makes me happy to look at. I grew up in Peterborough, and I missed the earlier spring. I'm 100% a prairie girl now. Oh, that's nice. I feel like my brain says I could never live in Saskatchewan because it's cold and flat, but I have never been there, so I don't actually know, like, what it would be like to actually live there. I can't, like, imagine it. In my head, it's just like, oh, it's uninhabitable. But people live there, so it's obviously not. Okay, I'm trying to find another big photo dump with beautiful flowers. I mean, this is pretty. Dill. Xenia cosmos. Dianthus. Sweet alyssum, million bells, sweet alyssum, petunias, gomphrena, impatiens, and nasturtiums. I'm so excited for this time of year. When was this? This was taken in... Oh, this is July already. That's weird. This doesn't look very full for July. It feels like a more of a June type photo. Beautiful orange marigolds. This is my status. I get that from a lot of people. We live in the municipality that's literally called Sliding Hills because of the rolling landscape. The winters are cold, but very dry, so it's not bad. Dry is not bad, yeah. Here it's cold and wet. And the housing prices can't be beat. That is a benefit. Oh God, look how beautiful my lemon tree looked. And ready to see what it looks like now? It's gonna hurt your feelings. You can't even see it because there's no branches on it. It's right here. It has not one leaf on it. And look at what it looked like in the summer. I'm really hoping it'll come back. I cut off every leaf because it was so dry. Hopefully it doesn't die. Oh, another coleus. I loved the coleus last year. This is my bee balm. And my bee balm appears to be coming back in huge amounts this year. So hopefully we'll have a really good flower showing. That would make me very happy. Also, my amaranth, gonna be so fun. So dark. This is a kind of like a Daydream Cosmo, but I think it's the reverse. Like, I think a Daydream has that pink color on the inside and white on the outside. Look how big the garden's gonna be. I'm so excited. I miss it so much. Oregano. That is my coffee tree, which is not dead, but it's also not thriving. It's like she's doing her best, and that's the best she can do. That's all I can ask of her. And we did those ones. Oh, I'm so excited for them. Look how pretty this nasturtium is. Isn't that going to be so fun to have? I wonder if nasturtiums are related to violets. That flower is very similar to the wild violet, don't you think? I'm excited for this one too. This fern is like a forest fern that I collected from a forest, and it overwintered just fine in my garden. And look at the coral fountain amaranth. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Oh, I'm so excited to see it again. The mice loved it, and that's a bummer, but like, it was such a good, impactful plant. Look at this gorgeous coleus. This is one of my favorites. Isn't that amazing? It's so magical looking. Oh, here we go. Here's that succulent. Here's the adult version of the succulent that I showed you that I said looks like somewhere between a eucalyptus and a jade plant. This is what it's going to look like once it gets older. It's just a baby right now because all this stuff died off during the winter, and now it has all new growth. Status. I do want to have status. I guess I do need to grow it. Just seeing that made me want to grow it. Such a pretty nasturtium. I hope I get some peaches like that again this year. Look at how beautiful. This is the flowers that were in my garden last year. I picked this out of the garden. Oh, what a beautiful palette. We did so well with the pink aim. We had a goal last year when we were organizing what flowers I was when we were organizing what seeds to plant and what flowers I was growing. I said I want mostly pink with a little bit of yellow, a little bit of purple, just for accents, but pink being our dominant color. And look at how it went perfectly. It was a perfect 10 out of 10. We did 10 out of 10. I think I have a bouquet in here somewhere. The perfect bouquet. I made the perfect bouquet at one point. Don't worry. I'll find it. I'm sure I posted it. Okay, here's my mom's garden. Oh, there's the glorious red. This is what the glorious red zinnia looks like. It's like dark red, bright, and big. Like the flowers are individually just gigantic. Look at how big they are. In this photo, there's a lot of purple happening. It's not very purple. The succuleptus, that's funny. Then cabbages, my mom's cleome, sunflowers. All right, okay. My mom's zinnias. and sunflowers and straw flowers. Look at how beautiful. This was the color of the glorious red. It's the most beautiful red color. It's my mom's cactus zinnia. Okay. When did I do that bouquet? Do you remember I did that flower bouquet of pink and yellow flowers and I was like, this is my wedding bouquet. I have it designed and sorted. Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful coleus Alana grew last year. Wait, that's lemon balm. Or, no, that's probably lemon balm. My bad. It looked like a cleome. Come on, Laura. Share your bouquet. I know you did. Where might I have shared it? That's so annoying. It's actually not so annoying. Oh, this is one I'm really excited to grow next year. I saved seeds from a garden in Ottawa that had these tiny, 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 tiny little marigolds. I'm very excited for them. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I know I did it. So pretty, Slinky. Look at how pretty those Lysianthus are. Jelly. Maybe I didn't share it in the plants Discord. That seems like the right spot to have shared it, though. I'm so excited for this year's garden. Look at how pretty the nasturtiums are when they're all blooming. What are you growing this year, Rose? What kinds of flowers? I feel like I'm branching out a bit this year. Pun absolutely intended. I'm branching out and doing more colors than I usually do. Usually, I've been really heavy on pink in my heart, and I still prefer pink over every color. However, I'm gonna have other things. I have so much mint. I'm making mint chutney, but I don't like mint chutney. You could enjoy mint with lamb. I'm like a lamb truther now. Did you know lamb is yummy? I don't know if you knew, but lamb is yummy, and you can make mint sauce to go on your lamb. Apparently that's what pairs well. Really? I didn't share it? That seems so unlike me. What would I have put it in? Probably in live stream discussions. It's going to be forever ago. I'll never find it. I know I have the picture somewhere. I will find it someday. Mojitos are also great, and my neighbors moved. They were from India. Oh, so they would have loved it. I have, I think, 4 varieties of mint right now. I have chocolate mint, spearmint, variegated mint, wild mint, and some other kind. Peppermint. I know they all seem the same, but they're different. The leaf shapes are different. The smell and taste is different. They're all mint, and if you smelled it with no context, you'd be like, it's mint. But when you smell them between each other, they smell different, or they look a little different. Like my variegated mint is the same thing as my spearmint, but it's variegated. So it gets its own special spot. And that's all right. Oh, gosh. It's already 11:40. Where did the day go? Tomorrow's video, I hope you guys like it. It's for a scrunchie. Oh, God. You ever go deaf when you straighten your back all the way or you stretch? It's probably like totally good and normal. Okay, anyway, tomorrow's video is for a scrunchie. It's for the viral blanket flower scrunchie. So, do it up. I want to variegated mint. Yeah, so it's literally just variegated, but it's mint, but it's variegated. I think it's cool. That's why I bought it. I bought it from when the perennials were 44 cents. I showed this earlier, but I'm going to show it again in case you came later. I finished my little mouse drawing, and I think it turned out really cute. Wouldn't this be cool as like a linoleum relief cut print, like on a t-shirt? Wouldn't that be cool? I'm kind of obsessed with it. I want to be able to do bouquets this year as well. Yeah, that's like my main goal. That's so cute. A shirt would be very cool. I think so too. Yeah, my main goal is always to be able to do a bouquet a day for my partner, because he loves flowers, but he doesn't have any interest in making them grow. I don't even know if he loves flowers. I show him that I love all of the help that he does for me. I love all of the manual labor he does without complaining, by giving him a bouquet every day in the summertime. All through summer, I do my best to make sure there are always fresh cut flowers in his office. And sometimes that means there will be a bouquet in there for a whole week, and sometimes it means a fresh bouquet every day. And I just like to plant enough flowers that I can do that whenever I feel like it. And that brings me a lot of joy. So I will continue to do that. I took a nap and you're still here. Woohoo! Woohoo! Welcome back. Excuse me. Yeah, so I love fresh flowers too, but I can't have them in my space because I have animals in my space. Like I have birds and cats, and they disrupt anything that is added new to the room. They are all about it. So I put the flowers in Alex's office, and that gives me the joy of doing a flower arrangement. And then he gets like the nice smell of flowers and the beautiful look of flowers. But yeah, I think we should have enough this year to do that again. I am excited to see the different varieties of feverfew sort of start. I'm trying to think of what I should draw. I have a new page open and I'm just looking at it like it's going to tell me what to do. But I don't know. I saw a thing online that was like how to get inspired, and it was like put a rock on your paper and then trace with your push it around with your pencil for a while before you start drawing. Yep, I had some seeds starting on top of my fridge and my cats wrecked them, so down to the basement they went. Yeah, I mean, you gotta keep them safe from the animals, the cats. Okay, I'm gonna try. Pushing my pencil around this. And see what comes of it. Okay, so I'll show you. Unfortunately, I did the draw part already, so how is my battery? Okay, my battery's fine. We don't need to be plugged in for this. I can just show you what I'm doing. Oh gosh. What is my life right now? The ADHD is strong today. All right, let me try and show you. Well, that's not what I'm trying to show you. Over here, and tilt down. And then tilt this way. And then come over here a little more. And then come this way. And then over here more. Okay. There. That could be worse, I suppose. I feel like it should be like here though, so can you adjust yourself accordingly? Cool. Thank you so much. No, like this. There. Okay, so this is what I did. I put my pencil on the paper and traced around, followed around a rock. Let's see. Yep. I had some seeds. I already read that part. Okay, so here's. Do we see any shapes here? I feel like I see Lord Voldemort in the wind, but that's not what I want to be drawing, so we're not going to do it as Lord Voldemort. What else could it be? What about this way? Anything this way? What about this way? Who's to say, really? You know? Okay, I think That looks like a leaf. Kind of like an oak leaf, maybe. There's something. At least we can start there. Oak leaves are cool, you know? There. There's a start. Cool. Interesting. Well, that's something. Now what? Okay. What about a fairy instead of Voldemort? I see a head/body. Like that. Idea crochet project, flower charms. Ooh, that's a nice idea. I just made a bunch of wind spinners and they are so cute. What's a wind spinner? It's like a spiral you hang up and it spins in the wind. I crocheted them and then added some beads and crystals. Oh, that's fun. That sounds pretty. Well, you know, I have a goal to decorate my backyard, so maybe you could talk us through how to make those sometime, because I need to figure out how I'm going to decorate my backyard. How's that look? Is it giving a fairy? Is the vibe fairy-like? Oh. An emo fairy? She's giving emo to me. Oh gosh, my back is so crackable. Alright. Sorry, the ADHD was strong today. But thanks for letting me draw. Again, if you missed out on seeing how cute this one is, look how cute this is. Love it. Zinnia, love it. Whatever this flower is, love it. Bouquet, love it. It's just a lot of fun. I love my sketchbook. Drawing is cathartic. I obviously needed some time of peace and quiet today, so thank you for being my peace and quiet. I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to click the like button. If you didn't enjoy the stream, but usually you do, click the like button. If you hated the stream, bye. Have a good rest of your day. Sorry you hated it. And to those of you who are not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Click the thumbs up button if you are new here. And even if you're not new here, click the thumbs up button. It helps the channel. I'll be back on Wednesday. I will have a new crochet tutorial coming out tomorrow, and that is for the viral blanket turned into a scrunchie. So you know the viral blanket everybody's showing off where there's flowers around the outside of a green blanket? It's like that, except as a scrunchie. So check that out. That'll be out tomorrow. I love you guys, and thank you to everyone who's supporting the channel. You guys are the best. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye! Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. every single week. Okay, love you. Bye.